Good morning, guys. Welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, the home of tips, tricks, guides and tunes for Forza Horizon. I'm having a look at the top 3 speed zones to get easy freestyle completions on. This is my personal list, and I will go through with you each of these ones. For these, I'm going for the Mosler. This is my go-to PR stunt car every single week. I've got a decent tune for it. It's got snow tyres on, which is useful in winter. And I'm going to pop the share code up on the screen. So if you don't have it, go get this car, get this share code, get this tune on this car, and go for a blast on this. First up, we've got Broadway Commons. This is my number 3 choice. 160 mile an hour is the target for this one, which isn't too bad. It's a respectable little run. And it isn't too difficult to achieve, although it is a bit of a longer run. There are a couple of dodgy little corners. So I'm going to make a run up on this one, and we can have a look how I've managed to get 3 stars on this. Although traffic is your enemy for this one. It is quite a busy road, and I am in offline mode, but traffic's definitely your enemy. You need to be very careful of that when completing it, because you need to get a pretty decent run up in order to get your speed up as you go through the cameras. So let's come around here, keeping the speed going, and there's the second set of cameras, and that's done it. That's beat it. That's not a problem. So this is my number 3, and it's my number 3 simply because traffic can be a bit of an issue. Number 2, Johnston Terrace. This is up in Edinburgh, and this is one which I use more often than not when it comes to random speed zone events, because the reset time on it is pretty simple. 140 mile an hour is your target for this one, and it's pretty easy to obtain if you're driving a well-spec'd S2 or an X-Class car. I'll show you this, and I'm coming down towards Edinburgh Castle Way, and you've got the speed zone there. It's snowing pretty heavily for this one, but you can really get your foot down and build up a decent bit of speed. The only dodgy bit is this corner at the bottom, but you should be able to recover from that because you've built up quite a lot of speed as you come down. If you turn it around, it's pretty simple to do it, going straight back up as well. This is one corner which will slow you down. But you can go through the line 149 mile an hour, so that's not a problem. I do think it's faster going down from the Edinburgh Castle Way rather than coming up from the castle. And my first choice is Royal Terrace, also up in Edinburgh, 100 mile an hour for this one. It looks a bit crazy on the map, but you can build up a decent bit of speed, and the target is actually really low. So if you get yourself something like the Mosler, something like the Jesco, something like the Ferrari, you can do this with no problems. Making a run up to this now, through the camera, building a speed up. You've got a bit of a dodgy corner there, but I'm slowing it down even though I've hit the fence. Doesn't really matter so much because it's only 100 mile an hour. I've handled that pretty badly, to be fair, but even with that, 110 mile an hour is possible. You can make the run the other way round, and you can get similar speed. So I'll show you this. Just come up here, avoid that car, and through the cameras. So let's see what we're getting. We're hitting 170 by the time we get to this corner and slow it down a little bit. That's not too bad. Give that a little nudge. But foot down, let's see what I get as I come up towards the camera. 111. So that is pretty easy to get a 3 star on. So those are my top 3. An honourable mention, Queen's Drive, also near Edinburgh. This is actually not too bad of a speed zone in itself, although it does have a couple of dodgy corners which may or may not completely throw you off. 120 mile an hour is the target for this, and this is okay. You come around here, that corner's a bit dodgy, so you need to be careful of it. And coming down, you can build up a pretty decent bit of speed. And the reason it's here as an honourable mention is because once you get round the first bit, it's not a bad run. That's 130 mile an hour. That's all right. That's not too bad. And when we attempt this run the other way, you can see where the issue's going to come, because you can come around here, build your speed up. You've got walls on each side, so you've got a little bit of barrier if you do go a bit mad. Although this final corner, which is the first one, when you do it the other way, does slow you down a lot. So that's 123 mile an hour, but we've managed to do it. That's the honourable mention. Although definitely my top 3 will definitely allow you to get 3 stars pretty easily, given a car similar to the Mosler, the Jesco, the Ferrari Evo, the Honerable RS 200, stuff like this. As long as you can get a car which is capable of that sort of performance, you can get these with no particular problem. Hopefully that's helped you out when it comes to doing these speed zones, especially given that we do get challenges requiring 3 stars in a speed zone. Until next time, thank you for watching, take it easy and happy driving.